What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is a debut and something I'm really excited for. And we have a lot to talk about. This might be a long intro, but first of all, let's get the logistics out of the way. This is Grand Theft Auto 5. We're going to be hearing a song called Lamar Down. That's Lamar Davis right there. And then we also have the score We Were Set Up from the channels Luke, MTH, and Jorge Rodriguez. Requested by DJ Singletone and Larkson. I also have another GTA 5 request that's not in this video, but I might do it soon because we'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, so first things first, if you are new to the GTA world, if you've never played one, this video might be very interesting because I'm very familiar with the GTA games. I've kind of played them. I've played most of them, you know, so let's get a brief history here. I played 1. And I played 1 on the Game Boy Color as well, and it was terrible. I played GTA 2, that was my favorite for a long time. And you've heard the background music for 2 here on the channel a little bit. 3, same with the background music. Vice City Stories on the PSP, Liberty City Stories on the PSP. San Andreas 4 with good old Nico Bellic, and 5. And currently, as I'm recording this, I'm recently started to play online. It's kind of like my for fun game to unwind. So if you haven't played this game in a while and you want to actually join us, I have a little group of people I play with in my Discord. Feel free, and you know, we do some missions online together and stuff. And the other thing is, since I've been playing this game, I have realized there is music in this game that's like original. Of course, there's like the radio, which has the songs that everybody knows, but there is like mission music, and I'm not gonna lie, I turn that off. Like, I got used to just playing the game without music, and then I just have I have like my own self radio that you can add your own music, but typically I like to play with just no music because, long story short, I know it's a long intro, sorry, but long story short, Rockstar has this really dumb thing where you can't turn it off. So you can, so the music slider in the game, it's either music for the game, but also whenever you do any sort of mission, any sort of activity, there's background music playing, and I find it kind of annoying. And I'm guessing that's what these are going to be. So the only one that I know for sure is music that I've used before, and it's called Bury the Hatchet from, otherwise known as the Ludendorff theme. It's kind of a spoiler, so I don't want to say too much. But it's most likely going to be playing in the background here. You might recognize it. So long intro, but I'll let you know if I've heard these. I don't know. To be truthfully, I don't know if I've heard these. Maybe. And then last but not least, this is like one of the opening scenes in the game, so it's not really a spoiler. I don't know where this plays, so I'm very curious about this, right? Like, I very much like original GTA music for sure, except when it plays in-game in 5, which I can't turn off. It's kind of annoying. But like all the main themes I've used throughout as background music because it's pretty cool. Okay, a lot of talking. Don't know who composed this because they have like a team of composers, but this is GTA 5 Lamar Down. I will let you know if I've heard it. I'm excited. Let's go. Oh, it's muted. And then I'll talk more a little bit about the games themselves if you never tried them and, you know, you think they're a certain way. I understand. Anyways, Lamar Down, GTA 5. Yeah, so already it's giving me like that mission vibe. So as soon as you start something, you'll hear like this background ambience. But I've never actually like paid attention to one except for Bury the Hatchet. I'm gonna start talking now. I can think of a couple places where this would play involving Lamar. This video is for sure getting copyright claimed, so. Wow, that looks like an old picture. I'm gonna talk in depth about this game, like characters, voice acting, and all that, so be prepared for that. Spoilers ahead. Light spoilers. This is the kind of music I've been avoiding the whole game, but now it's giving its time to shine, so... Wow, these look like really old promotional images. Like, that doesn't even look like the... I mean, I guess it looks like... If you're curious, it's Trevor, Franklin, and Michael. When was this uploaded? 2016. I don't recognize this. But I'm almost positive I've heard it before, if that makes sense. Okay. I think I know what's going on here. I think these songs are dynamic. I'm pretty sure. So, like, the action kind of picks up here. So maybe more enemies spotted you, that kind of thing. I know that's a thing. It's weird. Like, I have an idea what's happening, but I don't. Ooh, it has a little bit of like a... kind of Middle Eastern sound to it. Yeah. You can feel how it's just kind of like ambient and not like... Very interesting timing for me to do this video. Oh god, that is nightmare fuel. Look at Michael, he looks like a zombie. Trevor looks like he's gained like 30 pounds. That looks like fan art or something. This game is 11 years old now, can you believe that? GTA 6 around the corner. That's an iconic image right there. I think if you're familiar with like maybe Payday 2's music, that's like kind of heist music, I think this might be the most similar thing, maybe? I don't know what other games have this sort of like ambient mission music where you're kind of not supposed to pay too much attention to it. But this is definitely it, you know, a lot of music sounds like this in game. I'm gonna make a prediction as to where it plays, because I think one keeps coming to mind. One mission keeps coming to mind. Boom, 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 boom. It's really funny because, like I said, I usually turn this music off, and I don't want to hear it. Are these like loading screens or something? I never seen that one of Ron. Or Chop. Look at Chop, he looks evil. Oh, that picture of Lester is kind of hard. Jimmy. Always liked that art style of GTA, like that iconic, like, I don't know what you would call that, just like the portraits everywhere. This is gonna be a funny video. I can already tell. I'll explain. So this is a warning. I'm gonna do like kind of light spoilers. This game does have a story mode, which I thought was pretty good. Okay. So, we have a lot to talk about before the next video, or the next song. I'll keep it kind of brief. So first, let me explain. Yes, this is the music that I actually try to not listen to. And the only reason is because it gets kind of monotonous and redundant after a while, and it's usually kind of loud. It's cool at first, but there's times where I just kind of want to hear what's going on in the game. Now, let me explain this to someone who's never played these games, who probably thinks they're silly or dumb. I can understand why. You know, there's many ways to approach GTA. You know, it's a very, you can kind of just think of it as you can do whatever you want, really. If you want to just shoot stuff and blow things up, you could do that. If you want to play as just like a business person and grow your money and not even have to, you know, you can do that as well. There's a lot of ways to play, right? There's so many modes, especially online. There's so many modes, there's so many races, there's so many, you can keep yourself occupied for a very, very long time. And truthfully, that's where I've been getting the entertainment out of it, is playing with friends, you know, just doing dumb stuff, doing missions together, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of replayability. Now, for someone who's never played these, basically, again, you can play them freely, do whatever. But there's also the story mode, which is most likely where this plays. And just to keep it pretty brief, like light spoilers, there's 3 main characters. One of them is considered a humongous fan favorite, including myself. Some of the best voice acting, I think, ever in video games. But not just voice acting, but like the mannerisms, and like it's very believable, you know. All 3 of them. But there's one that I think a lot of people... the acting is so good that the character is crazy and should not be liked, but ends up becoming likable. So that's how strong the acting is. These things are like movies, right? And I think the story's pretty good. I like all of them. I like all stories. I like 4 story. If you're not even interested in these games, I will suggest maybe even watching just like a movie of them, just like watching the cutscenes, and maybe get an idea of it. Because I think they're kind of interesting as far as like how the world works, you know, the criminal underworld. And it's interesting, you know, it's very, okay, think of it this way. There's a reason this is arguably one of the most, if not most popular video game in the planet. You know, when GTA 6 comes out, it's probably going to break every record known to man. You know, there's a reason, you know, it's not just pew pew and whatever. There's layers to it, and I can... You know, I could talk about that forever. Anyways, the music, like I said, I first played this game late in 2018, so it was already out for 5 years. I didn't play it on launch, and I just played the story, and then kind of that was it, you know. But it wasn't until very recently, like in the past like 2 months, where I started to like learn online and kind of just, you know, do it on my free time, like, you know, get a business going and just get money and all that. But it really became fun when I had, because I realized I had a, you know, oh, I have a Discord, I have people that play this, so we just, you know, get together and BS. It's pretty fun. But I typically turn this music off. I've actually got used to playing the game without, well let me rephrase that. I turn the music off in the game, and then I just have like my Spotify going in the background, that kind of thing, because there's only so much of the radio you can handle. And then I kind of, this music here, this particular like mission music, I got kind of tired of it. But here it's kind of interesting, right? Because this is like where I showcase video game music, which this is original music for the game. This is interesting because, like I said, I typically avoid this. Now, getting into some slight spoilery stuff. The song is called Lamar Down. Now, for those that have played it, you're probably wondering, just like me, like, where does this play? And there might be a few instances where this might be. And if I were to make a guess, it would be the kind of late mission where there's a mill. You know what I mean? That's the only kind of thing that's I can think of that features... Well, there's plenty that feature Lamar, but I'm actually trying to think here, and it's kind of cool. And that's the only thing that really comes to mind is that mission. Or this plays in multiple places where he's in it, and I've just never noticed. A lot of this music like I said, it's kind of like you don't notice it. And it's not because it's bad or anything. It's just typically, I don't know how to explain it, you know? Like when GTA is happening, like when missions are happening, there's just a lot of stuff going on. You're driving, you're, you know, there's stuff going on. There's dialogue, there's, you know what I mean? So it's purely ambient. And I'm sure the next one's going to be ambient too. But it's cool though. It had these little like Middle Eastern flourishes I never noticed before. And I do know for sure that it is dynamic. So you notice when like the drums came in and stuff. To me, that says like the action has ramped up. For example, a perfect example of this is the Wanted level, right? If you're not doing any crimes, everything's all fine and dandy. But as soon as you start committing crimes, your Wanted level goes up. You see the stars go up. The music also kicks in there. And the more stars you get, the more the music gets intense. And vice versa, when you drop down the Wanted level, you'll hear like a and the music finally fades away. It's very alive with you. My only gripe is that you can't turn that off. So it's either, it would be perfect if you can have like the in-game radio music and turn that off, but you can't. It's either music altogether or nothing. So yeah, so all I really got from this was, I think of that one particular mission, but I don't know. Let me know. I don't care. You can't spoil it for me. I've already beaten this game. But I think it's that. The only other thing I can think of is the mission with Stretch early on, maybe. But I think it's, you know, the one mission where it's like solely focused on him. Man, and if you guys know, even if you don't know GTA, you're probably familiar with the Lamar meme that was popular for like 2 years straight, involving a haircut. Some people hate Lamar, some people love Lamar. I think he's hilarious. But we're just going to move on to the next one, which is The Score, We Were Set Up. Now this one, damn, 2.5 million views. Yeah, I can see that. It's a popular game. This one says the album, the music of Grand Theft Auto 5 Volume 2. Artist Tangerine Dream, which is the music you're hearing right now in the background. Woody Jackson, The Alchemist, Oh No, and DJ Shadow. That's news to me. The Alchemist and DJ Shadow are two producers I've been listening to my whole life. I have no idea who is part of what in GTA as original music. There's so many like little, you know, there's people that make the title themes and then never do anything else. So this is news to me here, and that's awesome. I love DJ Shadow and I love The Alchemist. So, and Tangerine Dream. This one, I have a feeling I might recognize it just by the title, but who knows? This is The Score, We Were Set Up. If I had to take a guess, this has to be during a heist. Do I recognize this? Either way, I get to enjoy it, you know, properly. Oh. There's a motif in here. Oh, okay, okay. Things are connecting now. Oh, even after all these years, I'm still learning new things. Something I just found out right now. So, if you listen to the background for that little, hear that? That music always plays in a helicopter when you're flying one. But not the rest of the music, just that part. Ooh. Maybe I should turn the music back on in GTA 5. I wonder how much actual original music is made for this game. This is weird because I recognize a lot of the rhythm section of the song, but I don't recognize the horns. The main part you hear. I don't recognize that. But everything else, I hear this almost every day. This is helicopter flying music. Trust me, I fly helicopters all the time. This is cool. I don't know, it's part of like a bigger picture, a song. How weird to hear something properly for the first time, but not. I just did this with Legend of Zelda. Where does this play? If you know, tell me. I don't know. I feel like this song plays in like multiple sections. But if you know where exactly it plays for sure, then let me know. Dude, hearing about The Alchemist and DJ Shadow is pretty nuts because I kind of hear that now. Okay. You know, something about GTA 5 is you have to understand is how big the game is. It's massive, right? By today, I mean, obviously if you've been playing for a while, you know that the map is not that big, but it's still pretty big, especially for a PS3 game, right? It's basically kind of like 3 parts. Well, I mean, there's more, but there's like the city, and then there's like sort of like a vegetation section, and then like a desert, and then an upper tiny city. So it's not like, well, I mean, they all changed it up, right? Vice City was mainly like 2 big islands with like 1 in the middle. GTA 3 was like 2 big cities and like a smaller residential one. Also, by the way, if you're saying this, which is your favorite GTA and which is your favorite city or whatever? San Andreas was like a big deal at the time because it was like 3 cities. You know, it was like Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas. So it was like big deal, you know. It was like, I'm getting all these memories, you know. Like it's just it's a game I've always just grown up with. Also, fun fact: one of the main themes, I'm not going to say which one because it's going to be featured in the VGM Vibes video at some point. One of the theme songs for a GTA game is one of my favorite video game songs of all time. And it's so good, and it's completely underrated. Can't say which one it is, yo. So, one day. So this is a song that I feel like I've heard for sure. And considering how many hours I've put into GTA 5, beating the story more than once, and playing online, I feel like, yeah, I've heard that somewhere. Where specifically, I don't know. But one thing I noticed is one of my favorite methods of travel is helicopters. I really like helicopters. I think I'm pretty good at flying them. But every time you step in one, there's like a little bit of music that plays, and it's that little do 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 do. So I recognize that instantly. But I didn't know it was like part of a, like what this song felt like is like they took little stems out of it and put them in different parts of the game. But this is the song. So that's cool. I didn't know that, you know? Because at first I saw the score we were set up. In my head, I'm like, oh, it's just heist music. But that wasn't just heist music. It was like split apart. Interesting, you know? Oh, the reason I was saying the game is such a big game is because people are still discovering things 11 years later. I'm still discovering things right now. And you know, when I play GTA Online every now and then, lately, you know, right now it's like summer 2024 and I'm playing it pretty often. I'm still discovering new stuff, like new missions, there's just stuff all the time. It's so alive, you know? Which, by the way, if you ever want to like join us, just, you know, join the Discord and you can join my little crew and all that and get into some hijinks. The thing though is, obviously when 6 comes, it's going to be probably like one of the biggest, probably the biggest event to come from gaming in the history of ever. It's going to be set in Florida, aka Vice City, which hasn't been a thing since Vice City, so early 2000s. I can't wait to see what they do with that. I don't know. GTA is such a weird thing. I never thought I would have GTA on the channel, to be truthful, because a lot of the games don't have original music. Like, for example, let me just run through these really quick. The first game has... Actually, you know what? Ooh, now that I think about it, I think the first two games are... I think there's like original music that was made to sound like licensed music. Like when you hit the... I could be wrong about this, but I think the radio in the first two games were like not real bands, but were made to sound like... I think so. I think that might be the case. I could be wrong about that. But then in three? Shit, I don't remember. I don't remember if 3 had licensed music, but it had one of the best opening theme songs ever. You've heard it here on the channel too. But at least in Vice City, for sure, licensed music. That's one of the, like, a lot of people consider Vice City's radio station soundtrack one of the best licensed soundtracks in gaming. It's all 80s, 80s rock, 80s pop, 80s dance, 80s rap, everything 80s, like peak 80s. But beyond that, I don't think there's original music besides the main theme. The main themes are always original. Well, sort of. And then in the PSP games, I'm pretty sure it was just licensed music. I didn't play Chinatown Wars. Oh, I should mention, the only games I haven't played are Chinatown Wars and London 69. That's it. Maybe some other spin-offs, but those two for sure I haven't played. What else? Hold on. Okay, GTA 4. Licensed music. I don't think they have any original music besides, again, the main theme, which is amazing. Soviet Connection. And then 5 has obviously has original music. Man, this is interesting. I gotta do a deep dive. Because when you think of GTA, I don't think people typically think of original music. I know a lot of people talk about the radio station in GTA 5. There's a lot of, cool stuff. Lady, hear me tonight. Right. Oh, and then San Andreas radio station. San Andreas had... Man, you guys are taking me on a nostalgia trip here. San Andreas had one of the best radio stations. K-Rock. They had my favorite song of all time in that game. America, A Horse With No Name. It's in that game. Yeah, Rod Stewart. Man, good times. But then this game also has Baker Street from Jerry Rafferty. Man, Rockstar is... Oh, one more thing. I want to say this because I think it's relevant. Hear me out. I know this might be hard to believe considering my love for Westerns and all that. I've never played Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2. I want to. Someday it'll happen, considering how much I love GTA games. And just the idea of going into the Western world sounds so awesome. But I'm going to be honest with you. It got spoiled to me. And, well, one of them did. I forgot which one, but one of them did, and I know it was significant enough for me to hold it off. So, while usually everyone's pretty good about spoilers here, it's not like... I don't think they deliberately tried to, like, tell me. It was just... I heard a song from the game here, and they just kind of, like, spilled the beans on, like, what's happening there. I'm like, So that's all I'll say, though, because I don't want you guys to speculate what it was or anything, because then it can just turn into more spoilers. Just know that it got spoiled to me, and one day I'll play them. Just, but I'm not in a hurry anymore. Anyways, GTA. Let me know your experience with GTA. If you've ever played one, have you ever cared? Will you maybe check them out now? They're all different, so they're not gonna... I shouldn't say that. They're kind of in the same universe. But I think the stories are pretty cool. I think they're movies, basically. If you like your Goodfellas, there's a lot of movie inspiration in these games. They're really story driven. Just tell me what your experience is. If you've played online, tell me your experience online, because there's people that hate it, that it's like pay to win and all that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things to talk about with GTA. It's a lot deeper than that. Anyways, that was fun. Oh, and the last thing, regarding this game. My favorite scene is the scene of the music you're hearing, the Ludendorff. I don't want to say it, but like the Ludendorff. I'll just say the Ludendorff scene where this music plays. It's so, ooh, you know. If you know, you know. Okay. Also, shout out Little Jacob, my favorite character ever. Okay, thank you, DJ Singletone and Larkson. All right. Rockstar Games. GTA 5. Again, join the Discord if you want to play with me. Cool. Thank you to all my patrons here. And I'll see you later in the next video. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Peace.